There, I think it's on. Oh, hey y'all. It's a hot one. It's the Wednesday Words with Debra. I don't know about how it is where you are, but it's a hot one. I have my little desk fan going in here, and the AC's going, and the motorhome's working hard to cool it down, but it's a hot one. It is Wednesday, shoot. What's the date? Hang on a second. It's Wednesday, the 27th. We're getting close to Labor Day. Um, well, there's a pool here, but I don't know. It can be like getting in a hot tub or a warm bath if the pool's heated up a lot. Anyway, I'm skipping the pool today so I can stay in the cool. And I did a 45-minute back and forth yesterday. My back and forth swim is a little different than it used to be because turning makes me dizzy. And what I do is I lay across a pool noodle so I don't fall over and hit my head. But I go from one end to the other. It's not fast. I mean, it's not a race lap by any means, but it gets me going back and forth. And it's really the only thing I can do fast enough to get any kind of good exercise because using a walker or a tricycle, I can only go so fast. And my speed is slow, like not quite 2 miles an hour on the bicycle, if that. If that. The other thing is visually, things that go past me, whether I'm riding or driving, can make me go woo to the left. There's a lot of woo to the left. So the other thing about the heat is that will affect the dizziness also. However, I'm up to, I think it's the 10th physical therapy visit, neurophysical therapy on Thursday. And I'll get a reevaluation then, so I'll learn what kind of progress I've made and where we're going from here. So that's a good thing. Um, Finally have a neurologist appointment, not until December, but at least I'm in the system. Now I can send my records from Billings Clinic, and I'm on a wait list for cancellation. Maybe when they see my records, they'll bump me a little bit higher on that triage on that list. Um, because until an MRV tells me otherwise, I still have a blood clot in my vein, in my head, in my brain. So I can't get on a plane. I have to start laughing about this at a certain point, which is why I'm rhyming. So anyway, ah, Labor Day weekend's coming up. I've got a bunch of sales on my books. I dropped a bunch of the ebooks on Amazon down to 99 cents. Um, well, I don't know if this is related to my Facebook page going down, but I went into Amazon to see if I've had any book sales, and I've had a whopping 2 for the entire month, and I'm making a whopping 70 cents. This is ridiculous. This is not normal. It's also not normal to have somebody take your Facebook page down. I just lost 4.2 thousand followers on that page. They can't even see that I have this book sale going. So there it is. We're going to roll out some things to put on the social media that I do have still. I do still have the Facebook fan page with 2,000 people, and I still have the reader group. They haven't taken them down yet. They're trying to take those down. So yes, I'm still moving the Elf Party and my reader group over to Discord where it's safe and no one will take it down, because I could just imagine that happening smack dab in the middle of the Elf Party, which would be a disaster. Would be upsetting for everyone, and I'm just not having that. So I just put the link on my website last night. So the Discord link, and I'm still setting it up. There's going to be I'll just call it room. There's going to, because they have different terms for different things. My Discord server has different sections I'll call rooms. So there's going to be the Elf Party room. There's going to be the 1920s books. There's going to be Wild West. That's the historical westerns. There's going to be military heroes from my military romantic suspense. I'm going to have different places where info about the different books will be in there, and you can go in and chat, and we can actually chat. Discord's a chat kind of place where you can talk to each other. It's not more like a billboard. Facebook can be too much like a billboard. Everybody's sharing pictures. Buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. I don't know about y'all, that gets tiring. Whether it's me having to promote my book or having to see everybody else's, that's what drove people away from MySpace. You know, on the one hand, we need to tell people about our books, but on the other hand, it's too much when everybody's doing that. I think one of the pluses of Discord is going to be actually interacting and chatting with my readers, which I like to do. And Facebook isn't really conducive to that, to be honest. Half the time the lives malfunction. I had to move the Elf Party away from having it in a event page because my readers couldn't get into the event to play the games. My guest authors couldn't get in. I remember Desiree Holt couldn't get in. She had to go post it on my group. I said, okay, just post on my group and I'll send people to the group to find it. And after that, I said, okay, we are moving the Elf Party to the group. And so I'm not a fan of Facebook these days at all. And honestly, I think things are just going to get worse out there in the land of social media. So rather than hopping around from this one to that one, I'm going to have it on my Discord where I control whether things are well behaved or not. And they will be. They will be. Everyone must play nicely in my sandboxes over there. We're there to talk about books and share books and win prizes and play silly games and have silly fun. And, that's what it should be when you come to social media. I have people say to me that their news feeds aren't fun anymore. There's all this negative stuff coming in. I'm like, well, what are you reading when you're on your whatever you're on, Facebook, Instagram, whatever? What are you reading? Because guess what comes through mine? I get lots of funny baby animal videos. Why do you suppose I get those? Because I search for them and the algorithm knows I like those. Because if I see those, I'm going to watch those. So if you're always clickety clicking on a negative thing, don't be surprised if the algorithm of the social media is going to send you more of the thing you just been clickety clicking on. So I try to say this in a nice way with a little bit of laughter that, come on, y'all. If you want to see more happy, click on more happy, search for more happy. If you look for happy, you will find it. If you look for silly fun, you will find it. What are you looking for? Especially this weekend coming up. You're going to have a little bit of time to play on your phone. What are you searching for, right? So I think searching for me personally, silly baby animal videos contributes to my beautiful day. And I would like to contribute to your beautiful day, which I hope to do on the Discord. So, I know a lot of people don't want to change, but that's fine. You don't have to, but that's where the fun is going to be. So, y'all should come on over. And I'll keep reminding everybody. And I'll share it, and I'll share lives on Facebook as long as they allow me to be there. What I won't do is rebuild Facebook pages if they take them all down. I'm going to stick with the ones that are still there, but am I rebuilding the one of the 4.2K they took down? No. Why would I waste my time doing that? When I could actually connect with my readers on Discord. When I could actually be writing a book. When I could be doing positive things. People and events and things outside of us, external things, can bring us negativity. And just like what you spend your time with on an algorithm, what are you spending your hours with during the week? How much of that is getting drawn toward a negative thing or situation? What would happen if you turned that around and said, yeah, I'm not spending my time on that negative thing or situation. Instead, I'm going to go over here and do this much happier thing and positive situation. Let's do more of that. Let's do more of that. At the end of the day, we'll be happier. We'll have contributed to our communities and to the world. At the end of the day, we are responsible for the words and the actions that we put into the world. So, am I going to spend my time being upset at the person that decided to take my page down? I did at first because I'm human. And then I said, no, that's not a good use of my energy. Also, that will put me in a negative state. And it's hard to create in a negative state. So here we go, rhyming again. It's hard to create in a negative state. And if you do create, what are you creating? Just things to think about on this Wednesday with words. Words matter, and you matter. And your beautiful day matters. So reclaim your beautiful day. Yes, I am still working on the little projects I have, which are putting stories and poems out into the world that I have previously written. Still at work on that. Am I focusing on the fact that I've had a lot more limited abilities and time since the stroke? No. I'm focusing on what I can do, not on what I can't do. No, I can't stay up all night writing. No, I can't sit in a chair for 5 hours writing, but really nobody should. It's not healthy. So even if I could, even if all that capability came back, I won't be choosing to do that. Um, anyway, luckily there are plenty of stories that are either done or almost done to put out there for you. So it really hasn't been a concern yet. And we'll see where what I obtain at the end of all this PT that's rewiring my brain. So I used to wake up and every day felt like living on a pontoon boat. Everything was constantly moving. Like this. I'm not going to look at the thing. Like this. All the time. I'd open my eyes and things were going like this. All the time. All the time. So I'm not looking at it on purpose because this would make my eyes go all crazy. But this is what I was dealing with. Now it's not doing that. I still get pontoon boat stuff, but it's not every waking hour. So that tells me that this PT neural rebuilding of my brain where the damage is working, because already that sounds like a minor thing. That's pretty major. If your brain is doing that before you're even out of bed, can you imagine how dizzy you'd get when you finally do get up? Yeah, that hasn't been fun. One of these days I am going to write about this when I get on the other end of it, because I'd like to, when I do write about this, be able to share some positive things. What's worked for me? What has helped me to get on the other side of this, to improve? We'll see. Um, we'll see. So, yeah, I do plan to write this. And there are things that I can try, even if I can't sit at a computer for hours and hours. There are things I can try, like talking the story into a computer program and letting that put it in and then going in and tweaking it. That would work. I just haven't gotten there yet because I've been focused on things I've already written. I believe I've got enough poems. Well, I know I have enough poems to put another poetry anthology out, which I am going to do either before the end of the year or in January. I have a lot of books to put out before February. Actually before January, because I want them to be available in time for me to go on to a book event. I've got a book event in Florida. Excuse me. What's it called? Sunshine State is the first one I've signed up for. I just haven't felt like I could sign up for anything till then. It's, I think, January 31st to, anyway, it's the end of January, beginning of February time period. And it's a one-day book signing event. I'd like to have as many new books as possible out and update my book list and, have some new ones there to sell and sign. And that's one of my goals. And then that's followed by the Love Lit Cruise, which I'll talk about more later. You can find that on my website, dparmleyassist.com. But yeah, go over to my Discord. I'll talk more about Discord later and book stuff. But anyhow, if you want to know all the 99 cents, I have 14 books I dropped to 99 cents, and I've never in my life done that. So It's the first. I've got to make more than 70 cents from Amazon this month. That's just insane. Anyway, this Labor Day sale will run until the 7th of September. And so there's 14 of my ebooks you can grab for 99 cents. So that won't happen again. I would suggest if you have something on your wish list that you wanted to buy, that now is the time to buy it. The most recent book that I've dropped books that did not come out in 2024. So Catch an Elf came out in December. So it's not brand new, but it's not old either. So that one's never dropped in price. This is a first. So we'll see how the sales go. And hope y'all enjoy reading and have a wonderful, wonderful Labor Day weekend. And thanks for following and chatting and liking my channel here. I love you guys. And I want to remind you that every day we are alive is a beautiful day. And I'm wishing you a beautiful day today and always. Till next time.